should get rid of that. Oh, I gotta make a donation box. My goal is to get rid of this stuff in the next few days. I'm gonna stop. I also found 3 more people to look through stuff. My favorite thing that's happening right now. Just a silly wiggling finger. Creativity. I love it. So just being real here, right? And let it bless somebody else. So much lighter and freer. I feel so good about that. 9 or 10 things. Puttering around. Yeah, and I didn't ask anyone to do anything. Welcome to my crazy morning. Okay, so I'm a declutter coach, and sometimes we can be really good at what we tell others to do, but not really do it ourselves. So this morning I was inspired to kick my own butt and start gathering things from around the house that I've just been thinking, oh, I should get rid of that. Oh, I gotta make a donation box. Oh man, I don't think we use that anymore. And I've just been ignoring it all. And this is what I've come up with so far. I've been doing this for like half an hour. I have literally been grabbing things and just placing them on the floor because I can't get rid of other people's stuff, right? That's not fair to them. My kids are older, 18, 16, 14, and my husband, and they will have input in this as well. However, these are things that I'm going to propose that we either donate or sell. But before I do that, I'm going to take another round of the house and see if I can find some more. There's just a few more areas that I'm gonna get my kids to look at specifically, kind of some random electronics things, and then my son's like workout stuff. But I also found all these things too that are all actually just various recycling things, so those are easy to get rid of. So I just went around the house and grabbed a few more things, but then I realized that I'm actually getting tired. So I'm just keeping this real. There's probably more stuff around my house, I could go digging for it, but I've realized, no, I'm tired. I think I've done great guns today, like this morning in the last hour, and before I gather more stuff and more stuff and more stuff and make it too big of a job, I'm gonna stop because I don't want to overwhelm myself. And so I'm giving permission to myself to leave some things in weird places in the garage or whatever they are, and just stop so that I can process these things and truly get them out of my house in the next few days. So I have had my 16-year-old daughter come and look through all this stuff. She wanted to save one book, one game, and I kind of agreed with this. We're saving the ukulele, so that's all good. And then there was one set of rainbow looms stuff over there that she has decided that she's taken a bunch of pictures, and that is posted on Marketplace. She went through a little tub of sentimental things, and I think this is all going. She just saved a couple things that were special. My husband came down. We had a cardboard box there that came for like a computer mounting set. He thought it had lots of stuff in it, was kind of pushing back to keep it. And so I said, can we just open it up? So we opened it up and we realized there was like 3 or 4 things that fit into a Ziploc bag. And we cut off the label of the box so he knows what it is. And so it went from a box to a tiny little Ziploc bag that he is keeping his stuff in. All of these things here have been posted on Marketplace, plus there's already a couple things sold. They went in like 5 minutes. Somebody's coming to pick it up. But I want to tell you my favorite thing that's happening right now. Okay, between you and me, where do I look? That's where I look. You know what's happening right now? Okay, so I did a video on the ripple effects of decluttering and how you have to start with your own stuff, but when family members see you decluttering, it often inspires them to do the same. Not always, but often. So I'm gonna try to put a little link up here, okay? So if you see words up there, that's the link to the video. And if you don't see words up there, just a silly wiggling finger, that means I couldn't figure out how to do it. But that's a good video. Anyways, okay, so here's what's happening. My husband is upstairs and he is decluttering our electronics drawer because that's his department. I just am so confused by electronics. And I just went upstairs to bring that thing up there that lady's buying, and he walked out of the garage with something else I can sell. So this has all been happening in like the last half an hour. And then my daughter, who does not get rid of things easy, I love her like crazy, but she's one to hold, naturally want to hold on to things. That's fine. She is in her craft room, sewing room. She creates awesome stuff in there, but it's kind of not kind of freaks me out, but it's creativity. I love it. So creativity. But when she left here from like going through the stuff that was like around in our pile, she went into her craft room and she started sorting through stuff and tidied it up. So cool. Here comes my husband. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I'm getting a little tired and getting a little tired and unmotivated because I'm finding some stuff that is like the same old stuff that's been hanging around for a while. Some of it's my son's stuff. He doesn't want it, but he's been meaning to sell it for a long time. So I've decided that if he's been meaning to sell it and he does get around to listing it today, whatever he does, he can stay in his room. So not in the family's public space anymore. If he keeps it in his room, that will probably inspire him to get his button gear and sell it because he does like his room tidy. And you know what's interesting else is happening? So just being real here, right? So just being real. So what else is happening is I am starting to get tired because I'm thinking too much. And I just realized it. I'm thinking too much about, oh, I should probably group things together and try to sell them for $10 if I can instead of just giving them away. And I just caught myself doing that. And I chatted with myself about let it be a lesson in the future, right? Don't buy this stuff again in the future. And what is the $10 potentially worth my stress of having to, figure it all out and get it posted and organized and grouped and blah, blah, blah. And I've decided, no, it's not. So I'm getting tired. I don't want this to like drag on for a long time. So I'm just going to be a little bit more brutal and not worry about bunching stuff up together to sell it. And I'm just going to donate it and let it bless somebody else. Okay, bye. Update time. So when I chose to just let things go and not think about it too much, I just felt so much lighter and freer, and it renewed my energy to keep going. So here's what we're gonna donate. Big old bag, box, and a whole bunch of stuff there. That is the donate pile. Woohoo! I feel so good about that. Those two things will be gone and re-gifted. And then this is all that is left. My eldest daughter is still at work for a few more hours. So I'm just gonna call this done because she's gonna come home in a couple hours and we'll figure that out. All right, I'm on the floor. Let's talk about some takeaways. Okay, so I did choose to sell some things, but I didn't take too long trying to group things together to sort of make it worth my while. But I just double checked my marketplace listings. I think I listed 9 or 10 things today, and they totaled $260. 2 things are already gone, and the other things behind me are listed. I priced them to sell because I want them gone. A couple of thoughts on that, right? So do you or do you not list as you're going through the process? Okay, so I could have taken less time to do all this and not listed as I went along. That would have definitely sped up the process. But then what it would have done is it would have left me with a whole bunch of more work to do. I didn't want to have more on my to-do list when this decluttering afternoon was done. I wanted to deal with everything as I went along. I'd probably have been doing this for about 4 hours or something in a relaxed fashion, honestly, and kind of waiting for some family members and stuff like that. But I'm done and I don't have more on my to-do list, meaning listings on Marketplace. So I feel really good about that. And I always say victories lead to more victories. So is there a bunch of other clutter in my house and random things I'm thinking about now that maybe I could have grabbed? Of course there is. But here's some awesome wins from today. Here's some victories, okay? So victories today. All that stuff weighing me down. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. They're done. They're dealt with. They're gone, or they're sold, or they're listed, or they're donated, or whatever. They're gone. That's awesome. The other huge victory today is that my decluttering inspired my family. Remember, my daughter totally tidied up her entire sewing craft room, which is huge for her. And my husband just kept puttering around, and he's done a bunch of stuff in his office and gotten rid of things. And I didn't ask anyone to do anything. That is the ripple effects of decluttering, my friends. So yeah, it took me a little longer than it would have if I just put things into piles and organized them to piles, but it is done. And that is a victory. I feel good. I feel really, really, really good about that. So whatever you're doing in your decluttering process, your journey, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right? It does not have to be all or nothing. Just start small. Start with a drawer. Get the victory. Feel awesome. And then go to another drawer if you've got time. And if you don't, that's okay. You've got that victory. It's going to strengthen your decluttering muscles, and it is going to get you addicted and feeling awesome as you get rid of the clutter from your home.